Hi everyone, Francis Ouimet with the FMSQ. We're here for another track preview. This is round number 7. So Blue Pine, Saint-Michel-Des-Saints. This is our second time in this area this summer for this 2025 National Cross-Country Championship. So we're super excited. Brand new track, brand new event. Never been. This site has never been raced before. So we're super excited and looking forward to this event. So hopefully you'll enjoy this track preview. Before we get into more details, I just want to say a big thanks to KIMPEX. They've been behind this project with the track previews. They've been behind the FMSQ and the sport for many, many years. So big thanks to KIMPEX. Go check them out. Check out their website. Order some parts. Thank you, KIMPEX. So all right, let's get into our track preview. I do have some points I want to put forward with you guys. Before talking about any of the specifics for round 7, maybe let me just put a point out there about round number 8. So this is still in the works. I do not have additional info at this point for you guys. We've been getting a lot of messages about it. We know you guys are looking forward to some more details. Unfortunately, when this track preview was filmed, at this stage right now, I don't have any more details, but the point I want to make is this is really important for us. This is a top priority, and we will make sure to keep you informed as soon as possible. So just stay tuned, check out our social medias and stuff, and as soon as we have some info, we're going to let you know in terms of what's going to happen with round number 8. So getting back to Blue Pine, Saint-Michel-Des-Saints, like I said, super excited. You can see it on the screen. This is going to be a great event. So we're super proud and really lucky to have the permission from the Lamoureux brothers. So they own this property. This is actually right beside our previous site that we've been using with the airport, Lac Taureau, round number 2. So it's right beside, but it's completely different. I'm going to talk about it. But this property is owned by the Lamoureux brothers. They've been longtime members of the FMSQ and longtime racers. They're still racing. They're super passionate. They're super involved. They want to have this awesome weekend for you guys with this awesome track. So a big thanks to the Lamoureux brothers. So as usual, we know you guys are doing a great job in terms of respecting rules and stuff like that. But it's always important to point out a few things every time we have an occasion to talk about some rules and stuff. It's important to talk about garbage management. So I would just want to point it out there that everyone at the FMSQ is responsible to manage their garbage at the end of the weekend. So make sure you keep your garbage bag with you. Make sure you dispose of your garbages properly after the weekend. You take care of your recycling, all that kind of stuff. I know at some events they're going to have containers or facilities available, but it's a rule, part of our FMSQ rule, and for this event, we ask everybody to manage their own stuff. So you bring your stuff, you bring it back, so make sure you manage properly your garbage bags and all that stuff. So big thanks to everyone for supporting us with that. Other point, this area, Saint-Michel-Des-Saints, we got to be careful in terms of forest fires, that kind of stuff. So make sure that you don't do any fires. So this is really important for this weekend at this event. So the fire pits are not allowed. There's no fire allowed. You got to make sure that you respect that. So fireworks, fire pits, all that kind of stuff, it's not allowed for this weekend. We want to make sure that we're preventing any issues on that side. So make sure you respect that. Obviously, it's September, so we might end up with colder temperatures in the RVs and the trailers overnight, that kind of stuff. So you might start using your RV gas heater, whatever. So just make sure you stay on top of your systems and make sure everything's working properly. Your carbon monoxide detector, make sure this is working properly. Your smoke detector, make sure your fire extinguisher, make sure this is properly working for your RV. If it's not, well, make sure you rectify that. This is really important. This is just a general safety point, but it's really important, and we want to make sure that we don't have any issues with that kind of stuff. So, yeah. work accordingly. If not, another point, pit riding. Again, big thanks to everyone because the vast majority of our racers, participants, and members are doing a great job on that side. But we do have to penalize a few people every round for pit riding. So make sure that you stay on top of it. If you have friends that are coming for the first time, make sure you brief them on this rule. There's no pit riding allowed. So that means you got to use your legs and walk, or use a bicycle and pedal wherever you want to go on site. So there's no golf carts, there's no side by side, there's no, you shouldn't be using your competition vehicle, whether it's a quad or dirt bike. You should not use that for any other thing other than going to the tech inspection or going to the start area. So, and when you do so, you got to make sure you wear a helmet, and you got to make sure that you're not bringing your wife, your buddy, your child with you on the competition machine. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that out there once again. No pit riding is allowed. So you use your legs and you walk. If not, you bring a bicycle and you ride your bicycle, and you make sure that you're careful with respecting the tracks and all the bannering and all that stuff. So that's for pit riding. Other than that, this is a blueberry farm, this whole site, so it's going to be incredible. But that means that in the parking lots, so in the areas that you're going to use to park with your RVs, you're actually going to be over where they're actually growing the blueberries. So this is really important. We're asking everyone to make sure that you respect the place and everything, and make sure you're not digging anything, or you're not spinning or doing burnouts with your bikes or whatever. What I've learned, and I'm not a blueberry, a growing blueberry farmer, specialist, whatever, but what I've learned is that the way it works is that the roots of the blueberry plants is what is important, and we need to make sure that we're protecting that. So obviously you're going to be parked in some of these prairies that we're going to be using for parking. You're going to be parked over some of the areas where they're growing and harvesting blueberries. So make sure, like I said, that we're keeping those roots and those blueberry plants in good shape for the future. So we ask for everyone's collaboration with that. So make sure you're not digging or spinning or like I said, doing burnouts, which could affect the roots. So obviously, as we planned the layout of this track with the FMSQ and with the Lamoureux brothers, it was built in a way to work around the blueberry operations and the actual like blueberry farm. So that's why it's only used for parking, but still we got to make sure that everybody's helping with that to make sure we're preserving the site properly. So another point, there's going to be a parking team that's going to wait for you once you're going to kind of like exit the street to get on the actual event site. You're going to enter on a main road leading up to the prairies where you're going to be parked. But there's going to be obviously the gate where you're going to pay and sign the waiver. At that point, there's going to be a parking team with some members working with some people working with the promoter, and they're going to make sure that you get parked in the right spot. They're going to guide you, they're going to support you with your parking, and they're going to make sure also that we have proper spacing between RVs and trailers and whatnot. This is really important. We want to make sure that it's spaced out properly to make sure that we have a great parking, that we have proper access if there's any emergency or whatever. Make sure that we have a proper aligned parking for everyone. So this is really important. Make sure you respect those instructions. So I think this is my last point in terms of rules, but this site is right against the other site that we raced earlier this season, Lac Taureau Round 2, the airport. So we're asking everyone's collaboration here. If you're an FMSQ member, a participant, whatever, you're coming for the event, we ask you not to go to the other site or for practice or testing your bike or whatever, this is really important. This is a matter of respect with the local community, with the city, with the people in the area. We don't. The last thing we want to have is someone that's racing the FMSQ, and something happens on this site, and there's no supervision. There's nothing, and then something happens, and then everyone at the FMSQ is getting blamed because someone did something that they shouldn't be doing on this other spot. Um, so we ask everyone. I mean, it's pretty simple. I know most of the people will, they just get it. They understand exactly what I mean. But this is important, and I mention it. Once again, we ask for everyone's collaboration. We want to make sure that the image of the FMSQ coming into these little towns, these regions, is is good, and it reflects what the series is all about. And to do that, we're asking you not to go and ride your bike or practice or whatever on the other side that's near uh, Blue Pine Round 7. Yeah, I think it makes sense. But yeah, we're asking everyone's collaboration to prevent any issues that could, at the end, affect the image of the FMSQ. So thanks everyone for your collaboration. So Blue Pine, all right. So brand new track, like I said. This was designed with the FMSQ. Marc-Antoine Bellumar, our race and event director, he was there a long time ago. He started working with the Lamoureux brothers. They started planning, working on the track layout, that kind of stuff. So they did a lot of work, and it's done with with the rule, well, with the standards of the FMSQ and everything. So we're super pumped. And the Lamoureux brothers put a lot of efforts in trying to find a good flow, a good balance between faster sections, tighter sections, that kind of stuff. So yeah, obviously it's going to be the first year. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how the terrain is going to evolve, and there's going to be adjustments in the future. But as you can see on the screen, this is looking really good. There's no banners right now on the track on the screen. That's all going to be installed in the upcoming days, but it's giving you a really good idea of what this thing is all about. So type of soil, it's completely, well, it's different from what you've seen or what you've rode at the Lac Taureau round 2. So you're not going to find deep sand traps or deep sand sections. This is obviously sand bays with a mix of dirt, but there's a lot of roots, vegetation on top of the sand, so it's kind of holding everything together. We're hoping it's going to stay in good shape, but we'll see. We'll kind of discover that all together, since this is going to be the first time this terrain is going to be raced with an FMSQ event. So. But it's different terrain. It's different. It's going to have a different flavor, different vibe compared to Lac Taureau. So yeah, this is going to be really interesting. So other than that, I've heard the information that I had from the Lamoureux brothers was that we had a few sections with with a bit of rock. So we'll see. But obviously, it's definitely not a super technical race in terms of what we've seen, let's say at Crab Mountain or whatever. But the technicality of the race will come in a different way. As you get tired, as you push your limits, obviously it's going to be a tough race, just like, what cross country is all about. So this is going to be definitely interesting. So you're going to see a lot of different styles and tighter sections, like I said, maybe single track sections, but there's always multiple lines, and that was really important. Again, they've put a lot of focus on finding that flow and finding those different lines and stuff, so that you get good passing opportunities and good flow at the end. So yeah, in terms of parking, like I said, you're going to be parked in this big prairie, and then the FMSQ village, where we have like sponsors, vendors, all that kind of stuff. That's all going to be along where we're going to have the starting line and the start area. We're not going to see huge curves or whatever after the start. You've seen it at the beginning of this video, but we're still going to have a couple nice curves right after the start, to kind of like spread out the racers, and then you're going to quickly enter the woods, and then enter like woods section, but with multiple lines. So you should already have like it should create good opportunities for passing and everything. So it should be great. So yeah, it's a good track for beginners, for people that are new to the sport. If it's your first time, you want to bring a friend, you want somebody to try the FMSQ for the first time, well, this is definitely a good race. If you're a motocross racer, this is the good time. This is going to be a good race for you, because obviously it's not as technical as some other races that we could see in our calendar. So definitely, it's going to be a good timing for to try it out, or to bring new friends. Check out the event page, the FMSQ event page that's going to be posted. Check out our social media. You're going to find all the information related to the event. Obviously, you're going to see the track map where you can see more of the track layout on the kind of like the GPS layout of the track. So make sure you check that out. If not, I want to say, well, I mean, definitely, I want to make sure that we're thanking some people that were involved in this whole track creation, this whole event preparation, all that kind of stuff. Uh, I want to make sure that we're thanking Danick Lamoureux, Timothée Lamoureux, Serge Lamoureux, Germain Marcil, Loïc Belrose, Max Bracial, Michel Brunel, and the Lamoureux brothers. So they've been doing a lot of work for the last couple months. They've been putting so many efforts in this track, and we're hoping that you're going to like it. We're hoping that it's going to be a huge success. And yeah, so far from what I can see and from what you have on the screen, it's definitely going to be something pretty cool for the FMSQ racers. So we're really looking forward to it. This is coming up. I'll leave you with the end of this video, so you only have a few minutes left, but this is coming up, round 7, Blue Pine, 13th, 14th of September. So check it out. Make sure that you're coming. Make sure you bring your buddies. It's going to be a great time. All right. Thank you, everyone.